contribution of state actors. Just recently, Tom Polo himself said that the Navy is complicit, and our country and our economy is battling and struggling. It's important that we holistically, especially the government of President Bola Tinubu, commit to fighting crude oil theft in the country, and that journalists like Fisayo must be protected at all costs to do their job, to expose corruption, and to do reporting as they so fit without any form of harassment. Many of us are keenly looking forward to the revelations of the ongoing investigation by Fisayo Soyombo, despite the fact that his investigation has been jeopardized by the military. Us in this, on our end, we had written a petition against crude oil theft in the country several months ago, especially early this year. But up to today, nothing has been done. Series of complaints has been filed against key officers of the Nigerian Navy. Petitions have been filed against them. Nothing has been done in terms of investigating the corrupt activities and collusion on the part of the Navy. The reason why people lobby to go to the Niger Delta, especially the creeks, is because they want to be involved in the lucrative oil bunkering and theft in that region. That we will not need to go to China, we will not need to go to France, we will not need to go to Brazil, we will not need to go to the IMF to borrow money if we're able to prevent crude oil theft in our country. That the president and key stakeholders must commit to preventing crude oil theft. Secondly, the other issue that we are here for is the arrest and detention of Dele Farotimi. Dele Farotimi, a lawyer and a rights activist, and also a political activist in the country, was abducted in Lagos in his office on the instruction of the Nigerian police after our revered father and leader in the legal profession had petitioned that Dele Farotimi in his book defamed him. Well, it is unfortunate and regrettable that our revered father and leader in the profession will resort to using the police to harass, intimidate, and arrest a fellow lawyer, someone who is speaking up against the ills in society, that if Afe Babalola felt defamed, that the ordinary thing that one would have expected him to do is to have use civil remedies, to sue Dele Farotimi, that when people who have condemned institutional abuse of institutional power in the past, like Baba, now resort to doing same, it is most unfortunate. That we call on the critical stakeholders, especially in the police, that the police must stop acting as errand boys to big men, influential people, politicians. That it also points to the fact that one of our clients, Speed Darlington, popularly called Akpi, has been in custody now for over a week for allegedly defaming and insulting Burna Boy. Things like this are clear abuse of power and abuse of office simplicity, that the whole world has moved away from criminal defamation. These are colonial laws. That Nigeria must move away. The idea of abducting Dele Farotimi from Lagos and taking him to the turf of Afe Babalola in Ekiti in itself is suspicious. Why was Dele Farotimi not arraigned in Lagos, where he resides and does business? Why was the raid on his office? Why was it so violent? Why were lawyers threatened by the police that they would be shot, as viewed on the interview on News Central? Why was the receptionist slapped? And other violations of the fundamental right of lawyers and non-lawyers alike who were in the firm the day of the arrest? And why the show of force? The police officers who are going all over the place, who are being mobilized from state to state to arrest people, are needed in Zamfara. There's a new terrorist group called Lakurawa or something like that. The police officers are needed. It is because of the idleness of the police and other security agencies, that's why insecurity festers in the country. That the time, the resources, used to fight ego wars on behalf of powerful, influential, and wealthy citizens. That those resources, taxpayers' money, should not be used in ego wars, and in pleasing people who feel defamed. That taxpayers' money should be used to fight bandits, to fight insecurity, to arrest dangerous criminals who have committed crimes such as murder, armed robbery, theft, rape, kidnapping. That is what the security agency should focus on. I'm therefore making a passionate appeal that these incessant arrests by security agencies, especially the police, that they will continue to make the human rights index rating of Nigeria to be extremely very bad. That the president of Nigeria should make an executive, he should give an executive order restraining the police from getting involved in civil disputes such as defamation, landed matters, rent and tenancy issues, that the Inspector General of Police himself should commit, even without the president giving the executive order, that the Inspector General of Police should issue a clear directive to all officers that taxpayers' money should be saved and that they should focus on fighting crime, that civil issues are not crime per se, and that they should focus simplicity on issues around crime and crime prevention. That in doing so, the Nigerian police and other security agencies like the DSS will have the trust and respect of all Nigerians at home and abroad, and that this will improve the human rights rating of the country. And finally, once again, we are here to talk about issues around the opposition. That we currently have a bad and a weakened opposition in the country. That it's unfortunate and regrettable that as of today, there appears to be non-existence of the opposition political party. That a situation where key issues, key decisions of government are not being challenged at all by the opposition political parties, that it sends the message that the opposition is completely in bed with the government in power. I have said this time and time again that the only way Nigeria will progress is if we have a viral and a credible opposition. That the beauty of democracy, what strengthens democracy and the tenets of democracy is when the opposition is up and doing and it's alive to its responsibility. That what we currently have in the PDP and the Labour Party are a compromised opposition. I have even heard that some people in the opposition are planning to sue me. That is what I've just heard. That they are planning to sue me because I have told them that they are not a credible opposition and that they are not doing the work of opposition. The remarks that they are angry about, metaphorically speaking, as to them being a tea-serving and a kilishi-serving opposition party. Yes, the idea is that opposition must be fierce, opposition must challenge, opposition must confront the government in power. If my remarks, which comes very strongly about my perception and my resolve about providing credible opposition to the government, if this remark is too hard a pill for the opposition to swallow, then it is most unfortunate and regrettable. For me, on my path, I remain committed to putting key actors in government on their toes, and I charge the entire opposition in the country to do same. That the opposition is on trial. The opposition is on trial because the opposition is failing in its constitutional responsibility of holding government at all levels accountable. That the government in power borrows loan from time to time, and that there is no resistance in the National Assembly, either by the PDP, Labour Party, or NNPP. That the opposition, the current opposition in the country, is sleeping. To the PDP National Chairman and the PDP National Secretary, who have said that my remarks about tea serving and kilishi serving is defamatory. What is defamatory in asking you to be a credible opposition? And if anybody focuses now on attacking the opposition, before I'm accused or alleged of working with the APC government or trying to demoralize opposition, all I have asked is that you people should hold the government accountable. Anybody still attacking Obi, anybody still attacking Atiku at this point, or still attacking leadership of the opposition political parties, will also be complicit. The allegations that we have alleged them to be working for the government in power will also be guilty of same. The idea right now is that the APC government, the Bola Tinubu government, should be seen as the common enemy. Everyone should be pointing accusing fingers at them. So I don't want to go on a tantrum with them to say, oh, sue, will not sue. I don't want to be part of the distraction. Therefore, I withdraw the tea serving and the kilishi serving remark, and so that peace can reign. But if they still want trouble, I am ready and available perpetually in this regard. Again, I must talk again about the land grabbing activities going on in the FCT by the Honorable Minister of the FCT. The reason why we must talk about this is today we have with us a victim of the ongoing demolitions of houses in the FCT and parks and recreation centers in the FCT. It is also alarming that parks are being taken over and turned to residential buildings in the FCT. This is extremely sad. I do not want to be seen as overflogging the Wike issue, so I will allow the victim to speak to these issues herself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here to talk about my land that was taken by the Federal Minister of FCT. Okay. My name is Prophetess Queen Esther Anthony, Senior Pastor, Higher Faith Intercontinental Church in Asokoro. I have a park in Asokoro, and I use the land for park and recreation. I use it for a playground. I use it for church. I use it for a school. So last 2 weeks Friday, they came in without information and they demolished every building there, including the park. I asked why. One of them said I should ask the minister. So I ran to Park and Recreation. I met the director, and the director said I should go to Urban and Regional to find out. I went there, I met someone, I met the pay, I asked, and they said, I asked, is there any redesign? And if there is anything like the park has been redesigned to residential, I should be carried along. I'm also interested because I've been on that land for past 10 years, more than. I was the one that developed the land. I'm the one that Sanfield. It was like a valley. I built a drainage, everything. So I said I should be carried along because I'm a principal owner of the place. I have my document. So they said there is nothing like redesign, that I should go back to Park and Recreation, which I went back and told them there is no redesign. They said, okay. Then last Wednesday, I was there because I normally give the widows, they came to collect their food, their rice and all that. The widows were there when these people came in with thugs. More than 200 policemen invaded the place with thugs, with weapons. Only for me that is a woman like this. It's not that I'm fat like that. So they came in and I was asking what is going on. They said the minister sent them. The record, the videos are there. They said the minister sent them. They sent them, I should leave, I should leave. They started beating my daughter. They started beating my workers. You should leave. You understand? They push us out. So I was able to call someone, my lawyer, to call the SARS so that they witness. So when the SARS called, they said what was going on, and everybody left. I left for the interest of peace. So the workers, or everybody became stranded. We don't have a place. We don't have even the church that is there. We don't have a worship place right now. We are trusting God to see how we can get a place to worship God on Sunday. So, and the park, the swing, they use their caterpillar. The children were even swinging, honestly speaking. This government does not have respect for mothers. They don't have respect for children. The children were swinging there. They get out, get out, get out. They use their caterpillar immediately. They swing, they slide, everything there. They scatter. To a point that even the public toilets will allow people that are under this thing so that they can ease themselves. Everything. So one Mr. Hassan says something to me. He said he's the contractor that given to build residential there. I said, but it's a park and recreation. If there is a redesign, they should let me know. I'm interested. It's my land. I spent money there. Or they give me another land. No settlement, no money, nothing. How do they want me to start life? We have been for more than 10 years. Just end like that. Where do I go to? Every of my properties are there. They did not even allow me to remove my property. Things there, they destroyed everything. So Mr. Hassan said to me that he's a contractor to build the residential, that they have divided the land into 3 and given it, allocated it to another person. I said, who did they allocate to? Let me air my view to. The man said, madam, I feel for you, honestly speaking. Then on Thursday morning, the man called me on phone. he said, Madam, what they're doing to you is illegal. And I recorded his voice. So what they're doing to me is illegal, that the process they're taking is not right. It's not good to treat me like that. This and that's okay, no problem. So who is taking my land? Said the Minister of FCT is interested, he has taken it. I said, I don't have a problem. I've never spoken, I'm not a politician. I don't belong to politics. I've never spoken against any politics, whether PDP or APC. I pray for everybody, for good of the nation. That's what I do. So I've not spoken to anybody. I've not done any bad thing to Wike. If Minister of FCT loves my land, I think he should give me his house and take my land, or give me another place. Let there be a swap. But this, you can't keep me stranded. He's a father. He has a wife. He has a mother. He can't just keep me stranded like that. So I am here so that the judiciary, we are going to court, so that the judiciary will give us justice and also God vengeance, and let him do the needful. I believe that Minister of FCT is a father to all, so he should not treat us the way he treats us. And then police, why would more than 200 police come for me and beat my daughter and beat all of us? Did they come to fight us? Did we do them anything? So that's why I'm here to speak up, because this is injustice. Is wrong to do to me that as a woman. They should have approached me or go to my lawyer. I have a lawyer. They speak to my lawyer, tell your client, we want to take this land. Okay, do this or do the let's get. I did my recertification this 2024. Why would they collect my money for recertification if they know they want to take my land? So, beloved, I don't know what to say. This is so, I mean.
Thank you. That this land is just by Wike's house. It's just by Wike's house. And that's not the only land that was demolished. How many hectares is it?
1.3 hectares.
1.3 hectares that was demolished. Then all the land by his fence as well on the left, he has also demolished and taken it. Just by his fence in that Asokoro Buzape. So, I don't understand what is going on in this country. I sincerely don't understand what is going on. I know that Nigeria can be a country of impunity. But even if we are doing this impunity, let us put a human face to these activities. Because the law says the only condition for taking somebody's land, somebody else's land, is overriding public interest. Okay, taking her land and giving it to another person, how is that overriding public interest? So what they do is they take this land, then sell it to somebody, then that other person they sell it to within, who is among their people, will now go and sell it at a higher price to a third party. This is not fair. And why are you taking green area and turning them into residential building? If I talk now, they will say they want to sue. If I talk now, they say they have started again. Please, you can see that this woman has not insulted the minister. All she's doing is just appealing to the honorable minister. It's an appeal. And majority of these people, this is a special note of warning. Wike is going to leave the FCT with a lot of problem by the time he's done as minister. All the people buying this land, you are buying rubbish. You will never get title to those land. What they have done in FCT is that they have defrauded you. Because the law is settled on issues around title to land. There are a plethora of cases even up to the Supreme Court. So what you are buying is, you are just buying fake title from the FCTA. So, special appeal, don't waste your money. All this land that Wike is demolishing and reallocating, if you buy it, you are going to lose your money. Because all these things are going to be subject of litigation. As far as today, if you buy a land that was taken from another person and given to you, you have wasted your money. Because all these issues are going to be lispendis. That's what is called in law. They're going to be all the land and all the title issues will be subject to litigation. So my special appeal to people who are being approached from people in Wike's office to come and buy land, or people that they have demolished, don't buy it so that you will not lose your money. Because you will lose your money and you will lose the land that you have bought. Thank you. There is a procedure. I don't know where the FCT minister does not like to follow due process of law. He must take them to a tribunal. There's a tribunal. It is after the FCTA has won. You can go ahead and start bringing bulldozers and He just carry bulldozer, no letter of revocation, nothing. He just operates brazenly as if we are in animal farm. So you see, I have already given him my own piece the last time. I don't want to keep, hitting somebody that is not fighting with me again. I don't think he's fighting with me again. Or is he still fighting with me?
No.
I don't think so. So as regards to the issue of the tax reform, we are talking, it's a bulky law. I'm still reading the law. And because I've not exhausted the law, it will be very improper for me to comment yet on it. I'm going to, in the new year, when I've finished reading the law, I'm going to comment formally on the law. Maybe I will come back again and we now talk extensively on the law. But the people shouting that they don't want the law, government must listen to them. You see, government exists primarily on the benefit and the purpose of the people. And that is why Section 14 of the Constitution says that sovereignty lies with the people, from wherein government derives all its powers. You understand? So it is the people who are the sovereign. Government is they are just caretakers. So the people shouting, we don't want this, we don't want this, government should listen to them. And government should consult extensively. What's the rush? What's the hurry about? Government should consult widely. I am still in the process because there are 4 different laws. 4. And one is so bulky. In fact, it will surprise you to know that majority of the senators, only 4 senators got the bill. And they already did second reading for the bill. Even the senators did not have the bill. It was when the pandemonium started that they started saying, we want the bill, we want to have a copy of the bill. I have just gotten copies of the bill, and it's too voluminous. So until I finish reading the bill and seeing the salient points of the bill, looking at the merit and the demerit of the bill, then I will not be able to comment on it. If I comment on the bill now, I'll be commenting from an uninformed position. And I want to comment so that it's just like when I commented on Wike, I did my research. So by the time I spoke, even him, you see that there has not been any agenda from him. So I want to be as explicit and clear in that regard.